July 2026, we have the greater benefic Jupiter, planet of abundance, good fortune, expansion, and a few shadowy things we're going to get into in this video. Changing signs, going into the sign of grandiose, spectacular showmanship. Leo, I'm talking about you guys, of course. We all have somewhere within our birth charts the energy of Leo somewhere pertaining to a particular area of our birth chart will be the house which is occupied by Leo. And so that house, that part of the sky, for the next 12 months, starting July 2026, end of June, beginning of July, all the way through till July 2027, end of June, July 2027, we have Jupiter, the greater benefic, what it's known as, blessing another area of the sky for you. Not only does it bless and give you opportunity, expansion, joy, it also gives you hope, faith, the want and need to expand, to find out the truth, to know more, to learn, because Jupiter rules Sagittarius, right? And Sagittarius is the truth seeker, the seeker of knowledge, right? And so wherever Jupiter goes, you want to acquire more information, you want to learn more, you want a spiritual regrowth, and go all in on that particular area of life because it will expand and show you more of. It's like, I want to say, imagine there is like a Jupiter like a microscope, and what does it do when you put a microscope on something? It makes it bigger, expands it, for better for worse, right? So this can be like, people think that Jupiter is going to bring you amazing blessings, joy, all this great stuff, which it will do, right? Uh, but at the same time, because it is the great expander, uh, it expands upon what is already in front of you. All right. And so if it is that it's going to be in your seventh house of relationships, we have to talk about both sides of the coin. Yes, it can absolutely bring marriage, proposals, lifelong committed partnerships. But also, if we're magnifying something which isn't already working, whether that be a relationship, a partnership, a business contract, whatever that may be, Jupiter will exacerbate and make it even bigger to bring to your attention. And so it's really important to see, you know, which house will Jupiter be transiting, right? I'm talking about the houses, I'm talking about whole sign astrology. And so when I upload these videos, I'm always talking whole sign astrology. You can absolutely use Placidus if you choose to do so, right? Meaning that the houses may be intercepted by multiple signs, all right? I love whole sign astrology for many, many things, especially casting these videos, as well as prediction. All right, and it's the ancients' method. Okay, so yeah, so listen for your rising sign first and foremost. All right, part of your reason for being here is how you showcase to the world who you are is through the rising sign, right? And so we want to know your rising sign first and foremost. Listen out for that. Okay, listen for your rising sign. Listen for your moon sign too, right? Your moon sign will be how you intuitively feel about things, your sensitivity, your home, your family, your lineage, right? In Vedic astrology, the lunar sign is also considered like the second ascendant almost. So really important to listen to your moon sign as well, and sun sign too. You will grow into your sun sign during your 30s and 40s and beyond, especially if you're doing the work. Okay, you grow into your sun sign. You're born on the particular day, wherever the sun is that day, but you get to grow into that because the rising sign, the sign which is rising on the eastern horizon, and the moment you took your first breath, is what you portray and what you'll naturally showcase to the world. All right. If you're talking about, the first house being the the first part of your years as a baby, as a child, this is like how you learn to communicate, how you learn to be who you are. You know, between the ages of 0 and 7, it's like, okay, I'm learning to um, receive love and affection from my parents. You start to learn your habits at such a young age, you know, from those early interactions, which make up the rising sign, and they almost become your default in your relationships as you get older, right? As we start to unlearn, unpack, and come into the strength of our sun sign too. All right. So they're all really important. Check out the free birth chart calculator. There's so many online. I might even put one in the show notes for you guys to have a look at if you don't know it. But if you do, amazing one going with that, okay? Because we're going to be moving into this whole Jupiter Leo era, right? For the next 12 months, Jupiter's transit is a transit aside, meaning it's journeying, all right? So in the sky, imagine we have the 12 signs, right? The constellations, and it's going through each of those. And each planet has its own journey time cycle, okay? The moon, for example, was like 28 days a month, right? We have the lunar cycle. Jupiter cycle is it's 12 months, right? It spends a year on each side. And some of its transit will be retrograde, which is not unusual. It can spend like, you know, half of its transit in retrograde as well. Still a benefic in that respect. When a planet is retrograde, it can appear close to the sun. Sorry, close to the Earth. So some people will say that the energy of Jupiter, because it's closer to the Earth, we're going to receive that even more so. All right. Some people believe that. Okay. Really important as well to have a look at what planets you have in Leo. All right. If you have planets in the fixed signs such as Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, you guys will feel this quite intensely because you're going to be making challenging aspects to this transit because you'll be squaring, opposing, and conjunct this transit. Okay. And so the fixed sign is going to really feel this, especially as shortly after Jupiter has entered Leo, it will be joined by the karmic south node of fate and destiny and past lives, you know. And so this Jupiter transit in the sign of Leo is going to be slightly different from the previous Leo transit of Jupiter because the south node will be here, and the south node in Leo is only every 19 years, right? So there's that too. And so as Jupiter expands, the South Node lets go. The South Node will bring you karmic portals, right? And when Jupiter touches upon that as well, there'll be huge spiritual awakening, karmic destiny, aha moments, past life connections going on for all of us, personally and collectively too, you know. And so there's going to be huge themes of expansion, growing, spirituality, learning, and feeling, you know, Jupiter will have you feeling really hopeful and positive, depending on where, you know, which house it falls into. With the South Node being here as well, there's going to be an invitation for you to let go of old stories and old chapters pertaining to that area of life. And I'm going to go into each side, and I'll timestamp the video as well, so we can discuss and get into it. All right. So let me pull up all the deets before we get into it. Where is my timestamps? Let me go. Can I do timestamps like this? Yes. She's so in Astrology now. Check me out. So let's talk about. So yeah, Jupiter and South nodes. They're going to be making aspects throughout this transit. The South node will be in Leo for 18 months, right? And we're going to have eclipses here too. Jupiter's going to be here as well, expanding upon these eclipses. I'm going to make a separate video this week regarding the eclipse cycles. Hold tight for those. Just know with Jupiter and the eclipse cycles hand in hand, eclipses bring karmic fated events, right? Huge endings and beginnings in the area of your life which will be pertaining to Leo and Aquarius because the eclipse axis is always going to be 180 from each other. So the Leo and the Aquarius house will be aspected. Jupiter on the Leo side opposing Pluto, right? Another of the powerhouse planets. Huge shifts and transformations in these areas of your life. Honey, this is serious shit, okay? So let's talk about if you want to get a personal reading with me, Girl, I have a waiting list, so I will leave my email in the show notes. Drop me an email if you want a personal reading with me. We'll delve deep. I can either do, I personally love to just put up the chart with you. After you send me the details, I'll give you a questionnaire. After you contact me, I'll give you a questionnaire to fill out, just all the general stuff like birth details, two questions that you want. And generally, what I love to do is turn on my microphone, record a personal video for you, and which you get to access a private YouTube video, right? A private link, which you get to keep forever. They're usually about an hour to 90 minutes. If you have specific questions, obviously you can ask me those too. If you want to learn some tarot, that's an extra option as well. Also, if you want a live reading with me instead, that is also an option too, okay? You've already had a reading with me before, then grab a solar return reading, a transit reading, a synastry. There's so many things that I do, so many things, all right? And also there is the Decode Your Birth Chart Astrology course, which I've created for you guys as well, which is like a huge powerhouse of information I've spent so much time and passion putting into for you guys to learn astrology, learn your birth chart, and after this course, you will confidently be able to read the charts of your friends, your family, yourself, both professionally, personally, if you choose to do so. All right. So I'll leave all the information in the show notes for that. And I think that's about it. If you want to follow, like, subscribe, share, do all the things, I would so love that. And I post daily on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, and all the places. So give us a like, follow, and share to help the community grow, honey. All right. So let's get into it. If you are an Aries rising sun and moon, we have the transit of Leo. Sorry, the transit of Jupiter moving into the sign of Leo. Honey, end of June, beginning of July 2026, all the way through to 2027, June, July, right? This is 1 year transit, a year glow up and abundance portal happening for you in the area of your chart, of your sky, which is all to do with good luck, good fortune, dating, love, relationships, and fun and joy. Okay, so this is your green light from Jupiter to have so much fun. Life is about to get fun, life is about to get easy, life is about to get joyous for you. This is your portal of abundance to call in money, good luck, and good fortune too, because Jupiter in the fifth house is also about good luck and good fortune, right? Because the fifth house is also to do with things like winning the lottery, gambling, that sort of thing, right? And because of that, Jupiter being here can give you extra luck and potency when it comes to, rolling the dice, when it comes to buying the lottery tickets, doing all the things, gambling, all that stuff, right? It can give you that extra luck to do that. The fifth house also rules dating and sex, and so if you're open to meeting somebody new, this can be the transit to do that because it will expand upon and bring you lovers. Especially, I want to say with Jupiter, that it can bring you lovers who are either really different from you, different to your normal type, different cultures from you, right? They're coming from different countries, different spiritual beliefs. Also, Jupiter bringing you lovers who are going to help you expand your horizons, your spiritual growth, spiritual journey too. They might be someone who's really spiritual, you might learn from them. So there is that as well. It is that Jupiter transiting the fifth house can bring pregnancy news to you. Please look at your personal birth chart though, because when we talk about pregnancy, we want to look at the dignity of the house, the planets that are in there, aspects to the fifth house, the moon, the fifth house ruler. There's so much to just say, oh yeah, Jupiter's in the fifth house, you're gonna get pregnant. That could happen, of course, but there's so much more than that with astrology that I don't want to say, oh yeah, every Aries is going to get pregnant with Jupiter in the fifth house. That is not the case, all right? There is so much you have to look at when we're talking about pregnancy, all right? But Jupiter in the fifth house, yes, can bring extra good luck and good fortune when it comes to a pregnancy. The fifth house is also to do with self-employment, entrepreneurship. So if you have your own business, this is amazing for expanding your business. Okay, if you're thinking about starting a side hustle, this could be the transit to launch it. Jupiter has a 12-year cycle. All right, for example, I always use myself as an example. I had Jupiter in my 10th house working career. I started a business then, right? 12 years later, business is now it's been thriving anyway, but it's really taken off. You know, it's a 12-year cycle. So plant the seeds of that business, plant the seeds of your side hustle. And it has to be with something that you enjoy, all right? Because if it has about fun, it's about childlike fun, all right? What can you do over the next 12 months to nurture your inner child? This would be Jupiter in the fifth house, all right? It can make you obsessed with. But I want to talk about the shadow as well. Jupiter in the fifth house can do too much of a good thing, too much sex, too much dick, too much drinking, too much partying, too much excessiveness, because Jupiter has no boundaries. So you could be like, you know what, I want to date everybody, I want to have sex with everybody. That's fine. You know, no shade if that's what you want to do. I'm so down for that myself. Um, yeah. So, however, you know, Jupiter can be excessive. It can be really excessive. So just know that. So there can be two sides to the coin too. So know when to rein it in. Please have fun. Be responsible. So I laugh when I say this because I'm a fifth houser. Like as in I have a fifth house stellium. I have Venus there amongst other things too, right? So my life is very fifth house. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Okay. Let's pull a card for you, Aries, before I get myself into trouble. Honey, you have the Nine of Cups. This is a, I've just said about, you know, writing it in. Nine of Cups is like, this is about wishes fulfilled, the cat that got the cream, having fun, calling it all in, being a magnet for your dreams, goals, and desires. You really can have it all. Be careful what you wish for because you just might guess it. Okay. Um, yeah, so the Nine of Cups is literally like, you know what? You can absolutely manifest all the things that you want. What is that you really want? You know, sometimes can you have too much of a good thing, or can your cup be constantly overflowing? I like the sound of that. Let me know, Aries, if you have anything in the fifth house, what your fifth house is pertaining to. Where does your natal Jupiter? How does that, you know, how that, how that affects it? There's so many layers to this. I'd love to know your thoughts. All right, and of course, like, subscribe, and share. If you're a Taurus rising sun and moon, guys, you're going to be having Jupiter transiting your area of the sky, which is all to do with your family lineage, your parents, your caregivers, your home, your family, your physical space where you live is in the fourth house, right? Family karma, ancestry, um, ancestral trauma, family healing. This all comes under the fourth house, right? So Jupiter will expand upon that. So it can be like over the next 12 months, you guys are going to be really going to be thinking about spending more time with your family. Okay? Family matters are going to be really important. Family matters are going to be brought to the forefront as well. Jupiter can expand your family too in the fourth house, okay? Because Jupiter is the expander, all right. Like the fifth house, it can bring pregnancy news as well. So it could be that you'll find out the people in your family will become pregnant. And when I had this transit, there were so many weddings and engagements that I found out about my family members, like cousins and things. This can be third house too, but definitely fourth house as well because it's your family, right? The people that you call home, right? The people that you live with. Yes, can bring engagement news too. You may buy and sell property. You might move into a bigger home. You might relocate to a foreign land because Jupiter is international. Jupiter is like distant lands, foreign shores, different countries. You know, um, going on a spiritual journey with your family. You know, it could be that, you know what, this will be the year that you finally unpack family trauma, uh, family dynamics, have those talks, have the hard discussions. There could be closing of chapters and new beginnings. Because remember the South Node is here too as well. So, you know, there could be a lot of healing going on around family. Healing can mean forgiveness, healing can be moving away, healing can be closure, healing can be moving on. Healing could be closing the door and opening new ones too. You might renovate your home, you might expand your home, you might move entirely, you know, because this rules parents to watch out for their health because Jupiter is the expander, and so if there are underlying health issues that need to be looked at, Jupiter would expand that too. Okay, your card, this transit, is the Five of Cups. Like I said, Jupiter in the fourth house, really spiritual placement. I feel like, you know, yes, you can have so many amazing family get-togethers and gatherings, celebrations. But do you know, as I say that, I always think I'm thinking back to all the family gatherings I've had. Yes, they've been amazing. Yes, they've been great to hang out with family. But aren't those interactions always so loaded? You know, it's like when we have weddings or get together, there's always like, oh, who's not talking to who, who's having a rift to so and so, or you know, someone's always gonna judge up some family trauma, and this is very much the Five of Cups energy. What needs to be released? What needs to be discussed? It's like, what is the elephant in the room that we need to talk about so we can move forward? Jupiter will expand that elephant, trust me. So you can move forward. Because Jupiter wants you to have fun. Jupiter wants you to connect. Jupiter wants you to grow and expand, you know. But yeah, I think with Jupiter in the fourth house, definitely welcoming in new people into the family, new dynamics, partnerships, engagement, pregnancy news, all that great stuff. Of course, check out what planets you have in the fourth house as well, because that will change the whole story too, you know. So let me know in the comments, stories, what planets you have in the fourth house, how this transit is playing out for you, where's your natal Jupiter, and of course, I would so love it if you'd like, subscribe, and share this channel. If you are a Gemini rising, Sun, and Moon, you will be having the greater benefic Jupiter transiting the area of your sky, your birth chart, which is all to do with your communication, your local area, your siblings, your friendship, your circles, your communication styles, your education, right? It also rules your local environment. It also rules travel. Over the next 12 months, you guys will be the ones who will be booking those flights, being here, there, and everywhere. All right. Never have Jupiter in the third house. I am booked and busy. I am on the airplane back and forth all the time. All right. Um, Even when I had the opposition in the ninth house, I was on that flight, honey. I was on that flight. So some of you guys may decide to relocate, right? Jupiter can change your local environment. You can move into a foreign country, for example, because Jupiter rules foreign lands. Okay, so some of you might be thinking, you know what? I have had enough. I want to set up. I want to move to a different country altogether. And some of you may change neighborhoods. And some of you might even change your vehicle. All right, because third house rules vehicles too. Okay, the spotlight will be on friendships. The spotlight will be on siblings too. It's going to expand upon, and so this can bring good luck and good fortune to the lives of your friends. Close friends is third house, I always feel. All right, and if you have siblings, their lives will be blessed too with things such as like, I remember when I had the Jupiter third house transit, like all my cousins got engaged. There's pregnancy. Oh yeah, and pregnancy too. Yeah, my cousins were pregnant. My friends were pregnant. My friends were getting engaged. This is third house shit, okay? Because your birth chart pertains to like not just you. It's so many other layers too. Excuse me. Do you agree with that? Thank you. On here, please. So yeah. Also, the third house rules learning and skills. And so Jupiter in the third house can make you really um, give you the self belief that you need to believe in yourself, all right, and your skills and your talent, and put them out there into the world, all right. So you could be like, you know what, I've been working on this thing, I want to showcase to the world. Great time to release a book, a podcast, a side hustle, get your work out there. You may even decide to go back to university, to college, to school, to skill up, you know, as well with this. You may decide to. I like Jupiter in third house. Like, if you want to learn another language, it'd be great for that. It really would. So something you might be thinking about it. Because your communication style. Jupiter in third house can really blow up your social media if you have social media following. Great for that too. Okay. But ultimately, Jupiter will give you a lot of blessings when it comes to your day-to-day shit. The third house is like your immediate surroundings. So good luck and good fortune will land on your doorstep almost. Okay. Um, Jupiter can expand like any underlying health issues when it comes to siblings, when it comes to friends as well. So watch out for that. If you're unhappy where you live in, Jupiter will be like, you know what, let's get out of here. All right, because Jupiter expands wherever you are and whatever situation you're in. So positive or not. All right. Come here then. Give me a toy. Come on then. Come on then. Give me your toys. My my fire sign chihuahua has been chilling out. Now it's time recording. It's like, it's time to play. You want to talk about Jupiter? I want to have fun too. You want to have Jupiter fun? Come on then. Oh my god. The card for you, Gemini, is the Ten of Swords. And I love that she's holding the cell phone here. And so for you, with Jupiter, transiting your house of communication, and this person, has a cell phone in her hand, and with the swords here, it's like, okay, what can I do? Because Jupiter is about spiritual evolution. Over the next 12 months, where can I? So it could be like, what limiting beliefs am I willing to work on, let go of about how I speak for myself, the beliefs that I hold to be true about the way I live my life. These are deep, profound spiritual stuff when it comes to Jupiter in the third house. Our thoughts, the words that we believe to be true, our thoughts, our actions, all of it, it's all up for renewal. And karmic ending when it comes to what we believe about ourselves and others. So there could be like deep, meaningful spiritual connections coming through, whilst also letting go of connections which are no longer serving us. Of course, check out your third house. Let me know what planets you already have in there and where you have your natal Jupiter too. I'd love to know. And of course, I'd love it if you'd like, subscribe, and share. If you are where are we? We've just Gemini. If you're a Cancer, rising, sun, and moon, we will be having Jupiter going through for the next 12 months, June 26th to June 27th. Planet of love, gorgeousness, abundance, wealth, prosperity, going into your second house, blowing up and expanding your money story. So for you, over the next 12 months, I would expect an increase in your income, an increase in your money, an increase in your magnitude to receive wealth and abundance, to create wealth and cash and prosperity too. The second house is also linked to your work. And so if Jupiter is blessing, Jupiter will bless you in the areas of work and career. So it could be you're moving up the career ladder, you're moving up into, promotion, going after that job, changing your career, expanding upon that, being well known for it too, and getting paid for what you do really well, attracting large new clients, working for bigger companies, expanding your client base, expanding your bank account, accumulating wealth, receiving wealth too. Depending what planners you have here as well, will show you how your Jupiter story plays out, because Jupiter will expand upon whatever you already have in your second house already. The second house is also to do with our security and the things that we value. And so for you, with this transit of Jupiter, it will also be giving you like a newfound confidence and positivity when it comes to your money stories too. So you'll be like allowing yourself to receive more, changing the script on abundance, calling in more wealth and prosperity, being connected to cash more easily. You know, money flowing in, constantly being in overflow too. All right. So the card we have for you. Ooh, yes. The Eight of Wands just jumped out of the pack. And so for you, this is like, yes, yes, yes. This is your green light to go after what you want in the realms of cash, work, career, what you're known for. I feel like in the next 12 months as well, you could accumulate and have more expensive tastes too. Jupiter in the second house, I do want to say, not only yes, it's great for calling in cash, it can sometimes have you spending more too. So be aware of that. Money could be coming in easily, but you might be spending more. You might be wanting more finer things, or it could be that the money is not even there, but you want to be spending more. So be careful for that. So you could be careful for that too, because Jupiter knows no boundaries. It is a planet of excess and finer things. Jupiter loves to have nice shit. So you are, yeah, one of the best of everything. You might not have the finances to support it, but Jupiter being in the second house, I feel like you are going to be protected somewhat when it comes to wealth and prosperity. Let me know what planets you have in the second house. And where is your natal Jupiter too? All right, that's going to change the narrative of your story as well. And of course, I would love it if you'd like to subscribe and share too. All right, so if you're a Leo, rises on the moon, honey, you're the star of the show. Let's talk about it. You're going to be housing Leo. Sorry, Leos, you're going to be housing Jupiter for the next 12 months from June 29th, 30th of June, all the 2026, all the way through to June 2027. You guys are going to be housing the planet of abundance and good fortune, the expander, the spiritual guru. You're going to be housing that. You're going to have a huge jolt of positivity over the next 12 months, Leo. Star of the show. You are going to have the South Node here as well, so there is that. Just know the next 12 months for you are going to be so prolific when it comes to huge, huge endings and massive new beginnings. Jupiter in the 12th house can bring you new relationships, it can bring you new opportunity, it can bring you abundance, wealth, prosperity, all that great stuff. It can also highlight for you where things aren't working for you when it comes to your relationships, when it comes to the work that you do, when it comes to the where you live and the people you live with, your family story, and the family lineage as well. There's so much here because when we have a transit to the angular houses, it sets off a whole grand cross. And so, yes, you can absolutely expand your abundance story. Your career can be absolutely blessed. You may change homes, expand your home too. You might meet the love of your life. You also may decide to end a relationship. You may also decide to end a career. You may also decide to move. You may also decide to cut ties with family because this is the expander. And so it's going to expand upon what your situation already is. All right. It could be, and if your relationship is already amazing, or if you're open to meeting somebody new, then yes, of course, Jupiter is going to bless you with amazing love, gorgeous abundance, fantastic opportunities in love and romance. You could be engaged, you could be married, you might get pregnant too, right? This could absolutely happen for you, depending on your story already, because it'll Jupiter likes to magnify what you already have because it's like, okay, this is not working for me, it has to go. I had a client who had Jupiter exalted in the seventh house in Cancer, and when they had their Jupiter return, they actually got divorced. So there is that too. Because our relationship wasn't, it was like a sudden shock. That relationship was on the rocks already, and so Jupiter expanded it. And the South Node and the North Node is going to be here too as well. So for you, it's a personal thing where it's about you are now shedding old versions of you, Leo. You really are. You're about to let go of the small version of you because the South Node is like, let's let that go. Jupiter is like, it's now time to expand and go big. All right, Leo, this is your time to shine, honey. No wallflower Leos here, right? So, Leo, what's your tarot over the next 12 months? The Jupiter transit of Leo in Leo. Honey, your cup is overflowing. Ace of Cups. Jupiter is about to gift you all the things you want, need, and desire, love, romance, abundance. Your mantra for the next 12 months is my cup is overflowing. I am constantly in a state of overflow. I overflow love, wealth, cash, joy, good health, prosperity, wealth, abundance. It's safe for me to hold. It's safe for me to have more. It's safe for me to have more than I know what to do with. I'm constantly in a state of overflow, giving, receiving, spending, saving, enjoying, and having fun, honey. Leo, yes, yes, yes. Love that for you. Guys, let me know what you have in your first house. Do you have planets here? Do you have an empty first house? Where's your first house ruler? Where do you have your natal Jupiter? I would love to know. And of course, I would so love it if you'd like to subscribe and share too. Virgo rising, sun and moon. For you guys, you're going to be having the transit of Jupiter transiting Leo in the area of your sky, which is all to do with your spirituality, all to do with international travel, all to do with your mental wellness, your enemies, your habits, your karmic your karmic destiny. You know, over the next 12 months, this is your green light. Jupiter's saying for you to go within. South Node is here as well. This is your time now to delve into your spirituality. When I had this transit, I'm just finishing my 12 house South Node transit. I really dug deep on my spirituality. I retreated from the world and I decided to go in hard on all the things that I said I wanted to do and achieve. Behind the scenes, no one knew what I was doing. I decided to go within. I had circumstances that forced me to do that. There was a lot of breakdowns, crying, therapy, loads of stuff. This is not a Jupiter thing, this is a side note thing, but Jupiter's going to be here expanding upon that. So for you, yes, you know what? Over the next 12 months, there may be some situations that can force you to look at how you live your life and where it is that you want to make changes. Where is it that you may already know this, where is it that life is not like you're not living to your authentic self? Jupiter here is telling you now is the time for you to expand upon your spiritual beliefs, to put your needs first, to put your mental wellness first, to put rest as a priority, the number one, to rest, recuperate, go within, seek therapy, to sound back, to invite spirituality into your day-to-day life. You could, under this transit, meet somebody from a distant foreign land and shore and fall in love with someone from another country. You may decide to relocate to another country too under this transit. If you're working with foreign companies too, this is great for that, calling in abundance and wealth from international companies, because the 12th house rules things that are far away from us. The 12th house is also hidden enemies too. You could be your own enemy with the 12th house here as well, the 12th house transit. Jupiter loves to have a good time. All right, and the 12th house is your downfall. So it could be that I'm partying too hard, drinking too much, staying up late, doing all the things. Do that. Have balance, have fun, enjoy, but not to the detriment of where it is hindering your day-to-day life. Great time to seek therapy. A great time to review your habits. Great time to work on your mental wellness. Okay, let's have a look at your cards, Virgo. We have the lovers, honey. So I want to say, with the Jupiter transit of your 12th house, the hidden house, it could be that there could be some karmic stories playing out where there's going to be karmic lovers coming in, or it could be that you maybe decide to end a karmic relationship already. You could be like, you know what, I'm now deciding to cut ties with this because this is just too toxic for me. But just know that over the next 12 months, you are going to be coming into contact with people from past lives, because the 12th house is the past life house. And so Jupiter here as well, that has the part of spirituality, is going to be putting you in touch with lovers, friends, associates, who are going to redirect you onto your life path through karmic meetings. Especially the South Node being here as well, you're going to be meeting so many people. You're going to put you on the right path. So do it for the plot twist. I'm just reflecting back on what's happened to me over the last 12 months, where there's been, a lot of turmoil with enemies, 12 houses enemies. Actually, because of that, um, it's put me on the right path. Jupiter can rule legalities too, so just know that you may decide to take legal action against your enemies. If you decide to do that, know that you will be favorable with Jupiter blessing you. Speaking from experience. Okay. Good luck with that, Virgo. If you have any plans in the 12th house, let me know. And I'd love to know where your Jupiter placement is as well. All right. All right. So if you are a Libra rising, Sun and Moon, girl, I am one of you. I'm a Libra rising. Guess what, honey? We have Jupiter transiting at 11th house, the house which rules over our friendship circles, our community, our biggest goals, dreams, and desires. And you're about to achieve them, honey. Not only that, you're going to be put into rooms with people who are going to help you expand, help you achieve your goals, help you accumulate more wealth and prosperity. How amazing is that? Jupiter in the 11th house. First of all, Jupiter is what is known as in its joy in the 11th house. It loves to be here. It's going to expand your social circle. You are going to be out and about having the best time. I've already been like partying really hard, and I've had to rein it in myself. Part of it's to do with work, part of it's to do with like networking as well, because 11th house networking, putting me in the right spaces with the right people as a Libra rising. And so for you guys, you're going to be a social butterfly. It's time to have fun. It's time to enjoy. Libras, we've been going through it. We really have. This is your green light for the universe. Jupiter being here for you to have fun. Burn the candle at both ends. Maybe have balance. I'll be like, you know what? This week I'm just drinking water because at the end of this week I will be socializing, networking, working with clientele, expanding my network, calling more wealth and abundance, and signing contracts too. And it's about having that balance. Enjoy your life, have fun, and also go after your dreams and goals. 11th house is your dreams and goals and desires. Jupiter here is going to help you achieve that through association. It's going to put you in the right rooms, connect you with the right people. It's going to it's like if you go out, you're gonna meet somebody. He's gonna put you in the right. He's gonna put you in the right contact with someone who knows somebody else and help you get what you want. Kind of that energy. All right. 11th house is the money house too. Jupiter, the money house, expanding your network, expanding your money, expanding your joy. The Nine of Cups just jumped out. You really can have it all. We really can have it all. Jupiter in the 11th house is gonna bring you all your wishes, desires, fulfillment. Nine of Cups. Be careful what you wish for. Can you really hold it all? Yes, you can. Call it all in. The Nine of Cups is asking you to um, be in a constant state of overflow. It's safe for you to have more money, more friends, more alignment. Remember the South Node we're going through here too. So you will be letting go of friendships and connections, social circles, should no longer serving you to make space for ones that are. Libra, I'd love to know exactly where you have your 11th house placement, what planets you have here. Let me know in the comments where your natal Jupiter is as well. And of course, I'd love it if you'd like to subscribe and share too. If you are a Scorpio rising sun and moon, you will be having Jupiter, the greater benefic, starting from the end of June 2026 all the way through to June, July 2027, the greater benefic, traveling through your house of career, public persona, your status. You may get engaged, you may get married, you may get divorced, you may separate, right? You may meet a long-term committed partnership. You may expand your career. I'm just finishing this transit. For me, 10th house working career absolutely blown up. All right, Jupiter will bless the 10th house. Jupiter blesses your 10th house working career, calling in all the finances, calling in all the money, calling in all the joy. Um, your working career protected. Like I said, the 10th house also rules your status. If a relationship is not working, Jupiter will expand it for you to review it. You may decide to go to therapy and work on it more. You may decide to call it a day. If you do end a relationship, you're making space for a relationship which will be more on your vibration, more life changing, calling in spiritual partnerships. You may decide to travel with a partner and go on a spiritual journey together. But ultimately, with this transit, Jupiter will expand your career, expand your work, have you well known for what you do. Um, I'm just reflecting back on myself. I know that when I had Jupiter in my 10th house, I did go through my divorce, which I initiated. And yeah, just know that everything is always working out for your highest good. Okay, that's all I want to say on that. So, let's do your cards. Honey, justice, honey. So, like I said, a big year for you. Huge contracts to be signed, proposals, agreements, business deals, legality, sorting out whose is what and what is yours. You know, mortgages to be signed, marriages, all the things, honey, all the things. Huge moment for you. Let me know what planets you have in your 10th house, where your natal Jupiter is, and I'd love it if you'd like, subscribe, and share, Scorpio. All right, thank you so much. All right, next we have Sagittarius. Sagittarius rising, sun and moon. Guys, your ruler Jupiter in the ninth house, honey. The ninth house is your house. The ninth house is your area, right? Jupiter loves to be here. It knows what to do. It knows the law of the land in the ninth house. Yes, it's in Leo. Yes, it's South Node is here as well. Some of you guys will be um, the first thing that came to mind I want to touch on for you guys. Look, Jupiter, as you know, you may not know, does rule legalities too. So some of Sagittarius, you're going to be going through some judicial stuff, some court stuff, some law things, some paperwork issues where you're going to be signing contracts. There's going to be court stuff going on for you. And just know Jupiter is going to be blessing you. The South Node is here as well, so some releasing as well. So you may decide to, you might be going through like legal battles with partners. You may be going through contractual agreements with work stuff with clientele. You may relocate. Jupiter in the ninth house, you will be traveling, you'll be relocating, you'll be on a spiritual journey. If you're going on a physical journey, you go on a spiritual journey because Jupiter wants to know the truth. Your spiritual beliefs are changing. What you believe to be true about the world is changing. Um, the ninth house is all to do with your spirituality. And so you may decide to delve deeper into spirituality. You may decide to change religion or go into religion or renounce religion altogether. You may decide to go back into like, or may decide to incorporate astrology and tarot or seek guidance from a therapist or from a spiritual guru, or you may become a mentor of others or be in touch with a mentor yourself. You may decide to re-educate and go deeper on the knowledge of something that you already know. So you could be like, you know what, this is my job, I want to upskill, I want to learn more. Because Jupiter is the absorber of information. He wants to know more, get to the bottom of things. He wants to find out more knowledge and seek the truth in all areas. For you, Sagittarius, let's look at your card. So over the next 12 months, just know you're going to be, I love you of the world. Just popped out. And so for you guys, honey, book the flights, get traveling, get yourself out there, expand your horizons. You can't keep a Sagittarius down, just me. I'm surrounded by them. Shoot your arrow, go on your next quest, enjoy your life. You are fully protected. Jupiter is your ruler, honey. You are blessed. I'm not worried about you. Let me know what you have in your ninth house. And also, where is your natal Jupiter, honey? Please like, subscribe, and share. I'd love to help the channel grow. All right. Alrighty, so we have Capricorn, of course. Capricorn rising to the moon. For you guys, we have Jupiter transiting your 8th house, honey. For you guys, this is going to be expanding your client base, expanding your money. Jupiter is in the 8th house. The 8th house is one of the money houses. It isn't the money that you earn, it's kind of money that's given to you through clientele, through banks, loans, mortgages, through debt consolidation, through inheritance too. So expect money to land on your lap through those areas. You could expand your client base and thus attracting clients with big money who are going to pay you. If you have a partner, this can be your partner's money because the 8th house is their money. So second from the seventh, it's your partner's money. So yeah, they're making more money. You're going to be more abundant too in that aspect as well. You Jupiter is the expander, so this could give you a high sex drive. For example, you may have more desire, more passion, more intimacy, more connection in that aspect too. Jupiter in the 8th house can bring marriage partners. It can expand your relationships on all levels when it comes to your intimacy too. Um, Jupiter in the 8th house is really great for inviting in more spirituality, more taboo. The 8th house is the hidden aspects, things that we don't talk about. It's a scorpionic house, you know. And so this could be you having more of an interest in the occult, in tarot, in astrology, um, and just delving deep on your intimacy and your intimate relationships as well. Um, it could be that your partner wants to be more intimate and their sex drive is through the roof as well. All right, well, let's have a look. the house of transformation. So Jupiter in the eighth house as well. It's like, you know what? I am going to be transforming on all levels. We have for you during this whole year transit of Jupiter, the Five of Swords. So, like as I was talking about transformation, there could be some, and the eighth house is like, death and rebirth as well. You could be saying goodbye to old versions of you, old versions of how you make money. Your partner could be letting go of how they make money too, and putting in new ways of making cash in abundance. Or it could be that. You'll be walking away from relationships that are no longer serving you and calling in an abundance of love, passion, sex, and intimacy in your dating life, in your relationship circle, in your intimacy, because you want to be connecting on a deeper, higher frequency. All right. Capricorn, I love that for you. I love you like, subscribe, and share. And I'd love to know where you have your natal Jupiter and what planets you have in your eighth house. Aquarius rising to the moon. I am one of you. We will be having Jupiter entering the sign of Leo, which is your seventh house, my darling, starting from the end of June, beginning of July 2026, all the way through till July 2027. You will be having the planet of good luck and good fortune, the great benefic, the abundance magnifier in your seventh house, darling. First of all, this is a house of relationships, right? You have to talk about it. If you're single, you can absolutely meet somebody, all right? Calling in spiritual aligned lovers or an abundance of lovers. Jupiter likes to expand. So you could be like, and it could be raining men for you, literally, or women, of course, or both, heavy, right? Whatever. Love coming in, romance coming in, sex coming in, abundance coming into. If you're already in a relationship, um, this can bless the life of your partner because this is the house of others, blessing them. If your relationship is like unsteady anyway, or you're thinking of like, you know what, this is no longer serving me, Jupiter can absolutely end this relationship. Trust me, I've been this transit. It can absolutely do that too. All right. Um, if it's not love, this can also be tied in with a contractual agreement, business partnerships too. So you could be calling in business aligned relationships, signing contracts and deals when it comes to your work and career as well, because Jupiter will bring in blessings and abundance in those areas of your life. Squaring the 10th house, squaring the 4th house as well, opposing you. So you're expanding, you're going to be shining brightly. You have Pluto in the first house as well. The side note is going to be dissolving contracts, relationships, divorces, all this sort of thing. So you can shine bright and become who you are meant to be. Okay, you're bold, you're big, you are here to be seen, darling. Be your most authentic Aquarius eccentric self. Okay, the card that we have for you, my darling, for this transit. So let's have a look. Jupiter in Leo, your seventh house, calling in lovers. Uh, Calling in ending of karmic ties, the chariot, go forward fearlessly, dare to be you, dare to be bold, dare to be fearless, dare to go after what you want. Jupiter will be giving you the abundance and courage to say no to what is no longer serving you and yes to what lights you up, my darling. Aquarius, love it if you'd like to subscribe and share. But I also love it if you tell me what planets you have in the seventh house and where is your natal Jupiter to. All right. If you are a Pisces rising sun and moon, your Lord Jupiter is changing signs, my darling. And for you, it's going into the sign of Leo, where it's going to be sitting for the next 12 months, starting from June 26, June 27, one whole year. It's going to be blowing up your house of work, your health house as well, bringing you joy and expansion when it comes to your health habits. You're going to be loving your health routines. You're going to be enjoying your day-to-day life. Life is going to get easier for you, Pisces. I know, you deserve it. Jupiter's going to be blessing your work as well, all right? Calling in more cash, calling in more money, calling in more joy, calling in more career gains, okay? Jupiter does love the finer things. And so for you, you're going to be like, you know what? I'm going to pour myself that large glass of red wine because I so deserve it. Okay, so for you, it's about balance, Pisces. I know Pisces is what the last person I want to talk to about balance because you guys love to have a good time. Trust me, I know. But Jupiter's going to be bringing you joy and abundance when it comes to your day-to-day shit. It really is. Life has been. You guys have had the south node, the northern south node in your first and seventh house axis. You guys have been going through the most, right? Jupiter is going to be blessing your day-to-day shit. It's like, you know what? You've been going through it. Learn to enjoy your life. You've had the exalted Jupiter in your fifth house, and I do feel like you're allowing yourself to have more fun. And now fun is entering the house of work and career too. If you have pets, you may decide to expand upon pets. Pets can get pregnant. Watch out for that as well. Um, we're just calling in more love, calling in more joy, calling more health, wealth, and vibrancy, and just feeling more vibrant and feeling more healthy too. Jupiter in the sixth house is blessing your health because it's the house of your health too, right? The card that we have for you is for the next 12 months. Jupiter in the sixth house for Pisces rising sun and moon is the Three of Pentacles, darling. This is the house of work. This is the house of work. The Three of Pentacles is about working, career, collaboration, working with other people, and bringing people into your stratosphere. We're going to help you expand your work, expand your career, expand your abundance stories. Love that for you. Okay. Let me know what planets you have in your sixth house and where is your natal Jupiter too, alright? I'd love it if you'd like to subscribe and share. Thank you so much.